Twanika, this is Tatiana Tarot. Excited to start your 10-minute tarot video today. Thank you so much for your patience. I really appreciate it. Thank you for booking with me. There's a couple of things that I wanted to talk about before we go into your session. The first thing is that you may want to watch this video more than once. People who book with me end up telling me that they saw the video a second and third time around, and they took notes. They established a really nice ambiance, just to get into the mood of watching the session, and they ended up getting more information the second and third time around watching it than they picked up the first time. So it's just just giving you tips on setting the mood. Maybe having like a journal with you to take notes. Also, I'm going to be bringing your energy into my deck. How I do so is through a prayer, and it is essentially channeling your masters, teachers, and loved ones, and getting all that information here so that accuracy on your reading, and also to ensure that anybody I've read prior, their energy is no longer stuck in the deck. So bear with me. I don't have internet service at this time, so I'm going to be using it from my phone, pulling up your survey from my phone. So let's get into this. In Love and Light Spirit, I ask that you come forth for Twanika, Deshawn, Jett. And I ask that you bring forth Twanika's higher self, spirit guides, honorable ancestors, the Orishas, the Loas, the Archangels, Ascended Masters, and any light being entities that can give us clarity, knowledge, guidance, wisdom, and context on our personal path and journey. Spirit, I ask that you illuminate the truth and you give us clarity on what she most needs to hear and know so that she can thrive in every aspect of her life. Spirit, I thank you for allowing me to be the vessel here today. Ashe. Okay, my love. So you said you didn't want any specific questions. You wanted a general reading. This is how general readings work. No. This is how general readings work. So because we're not getting context on something specific, at least, tell me about my love life, tell me about my finances, tell me something. The cards really have various ways that they can be read. It's not linear. It's not like one definition per card. Cards can change. They can mean like 8 different things depending on the layout. Being that we don't have context on what we're about to read into, this could pertain to 8 different things in your life. So it's up to you to kind of tie in the message, and if you can't relate to it, if it doesn't make sense at first, give it some time. It may come into view a little bit later on. So let's see, honorable ancestors, masters, teachers, the loved ones, what do you have to tell her at this time? What does she need to know? What does Twanika need to know and understand at this time, Spirit? So the cards that we're getting are the Emperor, the Page of Cups, the Six of Wands, the Moon, and the Three of Wands. The Emperor talks about an authoritative figure in your life. Sometimes this could quite literally mean a man. This could be someone that, is very serious on wanting to establish authority or wanting to really have a very serious future. The emperors can be elderly, not necessarily elderly, they're older or more mature, but there seems to be like influence in this character. So whether it's a very influential male in your life, that can be coming up. This can also be representing your legacy and what you see yourself doing in the next 10 to 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and how it's important to be driving yourself in that direction. So when the emperor comes out, it's usually that there's somebody, whether it's you, working towards something bigger, assembling a team, assembling a unit, being very, bless you, excuse me, being very, tunnel vision when it comes to their goals, a little inflexible when it comes to dealing with how to execute their goals too. They're a little bit of a control freak, the Emperor. So the next card over gives us a little context in which the Emperor is seen. So we're getting the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is a romantic card. It talks about a romance that is just springing up or has just begun or is about to begin. It can mean that there's somebody that has a lot of love for you and affection, may not always be romantically. It could be that it's time for you to really act on your innovative ideas and your visions and to put your heart out on your sleeve and to promote yourself, put yourself out there. So with the Emperor, it could be that you have a character like this who is displaying loving attributes to you. Sometimes the Emperor quite literally represents a father figure in our role, and so this wouldn't be romantic. It would be some sort of healing that is going on with the father, or the father is about to, maybe you're extending your heart and your sentiments to your father, or vice versa. The Emperor does deal a lot with this energy of boogers. Sorry, I know, yuck, right? Does deal with this energy of wanting it all, having it all, but not being afraid to work for it all. Again, the Page of Cups can go in a loving direction, a platonic direction, and it can go and talk about your creative pursuits and your intuition and trusting that and getting a lot of innovative ideas right now. Being more creative, putting your creativity out there. In the center of your spread, you're getting the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is a card about victory and success. So this is accolades. This is you now accomplishing your goals. There actually is movement in this particular card, which can talk about travel coming up for you, or an actual move, or a relocation of some sort. But the Six of Wands is usually an individual who's been through a lot, and they're now reaching the finish line. They're reaching like the end goal of some sort, and they won. They're successful. There is good news. There are rewards. There are blessings. So on one end of the spectrum, if it's this love interest that's showing up as the Emperor, it may be someone here who you're going to make it out with and thrive, who is really in it for the long run, who maybe if there were problems in this dynamic, in this relationship, if they're going to be resolved. If it's a father-like figure, there could be a lot of success amongst this person, maybe rekindling a relationship with this father-like figure and having it be really healed. If this is about your own pursuits in your career, or what you're envisioning for yourself long-term, it definitely shows that you're on the right path, that the momentum is about to kick up a little bit further, particularly if you start trusting your instincts and stop over rationalizing things and stop controlling things and really enter this state of fluidity and trust. That's when things really start rolling into fruition for you. Now, the card after is the Moon, which changes the game a little bit, because the Moon will bring into play heavy emotions that we haven't dealt with. You could be feeling a type of way about something and not know why. You're also picking up with a lot of psychic energy. So, your thoughts, your inclinations, your dreams, all of this is feeding you information that is valuable, but you may not have any logical substance or validation as to why you feel the way you feel, what this if this information is quote unquote true. I would say follow up on it anyway. I would say that the Moon is a troubling time, can be a challenging time, because it surfaces up themes, emotions, and feelings that we have not confronted, whether we're fearful of it or it lies in our subconscious. It is going to come up. So even though we do see you thriving, even though we see success and happiness, it's still like an emotional time for you, and it's a good time to just let it be and let it release and just pay attention that this is kind of coming to a close with a cycle in some way. But again, trust that instinct. Really pay attention to your psychic gut, okay? And indulge in things that bring out your psychic activities and your psychic powers. The last card here is the Three of Wands, which actually sees you moving forward, stepping into an unknown territory, an unknown place, maybe an unknown relationship, an unknown area, moving forward to take matters into your own hands, even though you may not know what the blueprint of that is. The Three of Wands shows that you have courage and you can get it done, and it is going to get done. I gotta get something for you, baby. But it's also, you have now integrated and learned the lessons here that's enabled you to mature and grow and, essentially act on the Six of Wands wisdom. So I hope this served you well. Thank you for your patience and booking with me. Please correspond with me via the comments beneath the video, and I will write to you there. Bye.